And I'm back for the full moon insights for Sagittarius. I am now at Sagittarius. Ooh, Sagittarius, what y'all have going on during this full moon? This full moon in Virgo at the end of this Mercury retrograde, because people were saying that the Mercury retrograde ended on the 21st. Y'all, there's like a 14-day period before the Mercury retrograde starts and after it ends where those energies are still present. And so, I made a Facebook post earlier where I was cutting up a little bit, just a little bit. And later on I saw one of my Facebook friends, Christina Dominguez, and she was like, y'all, Mercury retrograde is not over. Don't get messed up. Don't get messed up in these streets thinking it's over with. That's not what she said, but that's what she meant. She didn't say it like that. And I was happy to see that because, I'm not the best astrologer, but I do know that those energies do last longer than the day that they say that it ends. So anyway, I done went off on a tangent. Y'all know I'm good for that. Let's see what needs to be illuminated for Sagittarius during this full moon. Feel free to like, share, and comment. If the reading resonates with you and you are so inspired, feel free to inbox me and book your in-depth reading. So let's see what's illuminated for Sagittarius. I'm about to say Scorpio, y'all, during this Virgo full moon. All right, Sagittarius, what needs to be illuminated for y'all during my full moon? Y'all know I have to be extra with my Virgo stuff. I don't apologize for it, whatever. Oh, yeah, you always talk about Virgo. You have a rising sign and a moon sign and a Venus sign and a Mercury sign. I sure do. And I have a Virgo, how y'all pronounce it? Stellium. So, y'all excuse me. I'm getting a little hot up in here. And even though it was warm in South Carolina today, like, you dress by the season. So I couldn't really be out in a shirt like this without a sweater or something on because I'm not a fashionista, but I have like a little bit of fashion sense. But there I go off on those tangents. I did good the first few signs. I say, well, I'm still focused, but I didn't really go off on too many tangents, but tangents it is. So Sagittarius, what's being illuminated for you is your finances. And what I mean by your finances is creating a legacy. You really got to start looking at things, Sagittarius, in such a way that you have this foundation. Okay, so let's go about it this way. So say whatever you're doing, you have this foundation. You know what I'm saying? If you have not started already, hold that thought. Okay, I'm back. So if you haven't started already, you need to begin to build on this foundation and see how you can build in such a way that you're creating a legacy for yourself, for your children, for your family. You need to look at ways to take the money and the finances that you have already, Sagittarius, and see how one of my cousins, he always say, long time. He crazy, y'all. But anyway, you need to see how you can take your money and your finances and stuff and make it last long time. So if you have your own business, you want to look into ways to make that business something long term for your family. So you might want to begin to bring your children into the financial matters. If your children are too young, maybe just find whatever niche in the business they like. Say if you create, okay, just use oils for an example, and say your child is only like 7 years old, but he or she really likes to read or whatever. So, get them into the business of creating your oils by reading up on different things about oils and making him or her a part of that process, and maybe even making it like a weekly project or something where you're like, okay, what books, what herbs did you read about this week? What, processes did you read about this week? Well, did you like it? What did you learn from it? And bring them in slowly like that. But you really, Sagittarius, have to start thinking about your legacy, your future, and the future of your family. And, what you're going to do to make sure that your family has that legacy and has that to fall back on. Like, don't fall asleep to that. You feel me? Don't be ignorant to that. Don't don't limit yourself and think that that's not a possibility. You definitely want to be focusing on right now how to make your money go long time, because if you don't, you may experience some financial hardships in the future. So don't allow yourself to fall asleep, like with your business or with your job. You know what I'm saying? If you do just have like one job, make sure with whatever money that you have left over, and depending on how much you have in your savings, take some money out of your savings to invest in something that's either going to get you like a quick return and a large return, so that you can have that money and put it towards something that can stand for you long term. During this full moon energy, during this time, you want to look at things that's going to make your money last long time. You feel me? After the full moon passes, you want to, assess, your spending, assess different things about your business, assess different things about your job, and see what you can cut out to save expenses. What you can cut out that's taken from your business or from your job, because you really want to make sure that your foundation is solidified and that you have something that you can pass on to your children. You feel me? And I mean, that's very important in this day and age anyway, because I mean, the world that I grew up in, when I was coming up, it was you go to school, you get your degree, you get your diploma, you go to college, you get a job. People are not going to agree with me when I say this, and I don't care, man. That's some bullshit. Y'all hear me? They told us that because they were told that. You know what I'm saying? But the world has changed. And, you really have to think of ways to where you can make money without depending on somebody else, where you can build a legacy for your children, so that there's already a business that they can go into, so that there's already a place that they can go into, so that, they already have savings accounts and bonds and CDs for them, because, things are shaky. With America and its economy, you feel me? So like, you want to make sure your money is lasting a long time, Sagittarius, you feel me? So with your children, regardless of, especially if they're small, and if you haven't already, make sure you start them a savings account, get them some CDs, put them some money on that, so that they can have those things once they get older. You feel me? Make sure you're taking the necessary steps starting right now, so that they can have something to come into where they already have money, where they already have wealth. So that's it for my Sagittarius. That's what's illuminated for you during this full moon. If this resonated with you, you make sure you feel free to inbox your girl and book your in-depth reading, okay? All right. Also, if you don't already, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Ethereal336. Subscribe to my YouTube, Ethereal336, where I do have my astral insights, but I have other playlists, like some of my songs, y'all, some of them a little ratchet. But with the favorites, I think it's called the favorites playlist, or it may be called What's the World Without Enigma. It just gives just songs that I resonate with. And some of them are ratchet. But, it's just to let people know more about the different components that make up me and how I relate that through ethereal as well. Also, if you enjoy free card readings, which I know y'all do, make sure you join my group on Facebook, Kismet Connect. I am pretty much the only reader in there now, but I will be adding more as the group grows. And these readers are tested to make sure that they can read, you feel me? Prices are set uniform, so they're not too high, you feel me? And you're definitely getting a reading from a reader who is trusted, who has reviews, who actually knows. That's me. But I'm just saying who actually knows how to read cards. Because yeah, I'll be saying too much and going off on a tangent if I continue. So I'm trying to keep these videos short enough so that I can post them on Instagram too. So that's it. Kismet Connect on Facebook, Ethereal 336, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. All right, Sag, I'm out, baby.